What's up, you guys? Welcome to Perfect Power. I'm gonna take a little test drive here. We'll do a test run and kind of see how everything is gonna work out. Let's get out of here. We're in Manhattan now. We're gonna head to Brooklyn through Queens. I'm at the light. Truck pulling around here. Maybe I can beat him here. Cool. Watch this thing. Cool. Making sure we're not passing 35 miles an hour there, which is 25 plus 10 in New York. Put my phone on do not disturb so we don't get any weird ringing sounds or text messaging sounds. I won't be playing any music because I want to make some money off this video. Just listen to me talk. Hello. Stoplight here. So I'm gonna make a right turn. Everything seems pretty calm and normal here. Post quarantine phase 2 or going into phase 3 next week. Today's Friday, so I guess it's phase 3 on Monday, and it's picking back up. Wasn't that many people out here for about a month or 3. Cool. So right there, I just faked kind of the outside turn and came on the inside. Didn't have to do much, not that complicated. Hanging out. U.S. Postal Service. There's some people in the street. You don't want to scare them. You don't want to scare people that are crossing. Just kind of a reckless vibe. You really want that vibe. So you slow down, give them some room. Go into this open lane here. There's a cab guy. He's going all the way right. So I'm going to encroach on this lane just to pass him. Moving along. Not going too fast. There isn't much going on out here. But there's always psychology in play when there's one or more persons involved. As it comes up, we'll talk about it. I think I'm going to 58th, and then I'll go on to the Queensborough Bridge, which is always exciting. You know what I mean? Change lanes here. Step it up a little bit. These cab guys tend to drag their ass a little when they're not cutting you off like this other cab guy is trying to do it. Which is cool. They're working. They're trying to make a buck. They're not gonna be mad at taxis. We all use taxis. This type of shit I can do that. Let's go left a little. Maybe I shouldn't curse. Family show. And again, kind of faking the right, so he'll kind of bite down on that. Which, as I said, I'm going to 58, so always room. Yellow, just ran a red light. Don't use this in court against me, do you know what I mean? Couple people, and 57. Should we go 57? 58 will take us right down to the bridge. So in Manhattan, you don't want to make too many unnecessary turns because sometimes you can't turn back where you're going. I like to give these guys a wave when they're looking dead in my face, wondering if I'm going to kill their ass. Oh, excuse me. Okay, cruising down. Nothing particularly busy going on. I'm by myself here. I'm just gonna stay in the middle. See a light down here. Count down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's it for me? It's crossing line. Okay. Crossing over, slowing down so you don't scare people. And all is well. So I really thank you guys for coming to the YouTube channel and supporting the video. Make sure you drop a like, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe right now while I'm sitting at this light. Also, you got to pick up the book on Amazon, or you're not going to know what I'm talking about sometimes. When we get into kind of more high traffic situations, I'm going to be using some terminologies that we kind of go deeper into depth into in the book. I think I just pissed some guy off. You're not driving. Anyway, keep blowing it, you know what I mean? They'll go eventually. So I'm hanging hard left here, kind of with all these double parked cars. I like to swing it, kind of overplay the movements on the I don't know what's the weak side. Kind of overplay the side that you don't want to be on. I don't know, psychological thing. Kind of makes people do weird things in front of you. But you get a better opportunity to kind of 45 your way past certain double parked cars. When you're somewhere behind the double parked car, you can 45 out. As opposed to being here, it's kind of harder to gauge whether or not you can actually make that space, I feel like. So whatever. When it comes up again, we'll talk about it. That's called off-tracking, offset, steering, stuff like that. Cool right here. Yeah, we're going straight down. This should drop us right onto Queensborough Bridge. I mean, we're not doing a tour video, you know what I mean? But everything's pretty normal so far. We're actually just going to be spending a lot of time recording, and as things come up, we will be able to kind of dive a little deeper into them. We got taxis up here. They're okay. Just move your ass a little bit, you know what I mean? We don't hate taxis. We need taxis. Okay, so when you blow your horn, people get a little frustrated and they kind of start slowing down unnecessarily and holding up traffic a bit as your punishment, I guess, which is cool. The important thing to do is to off-track so they kind of block on the wrong side, you know what I'm saying? You don't want them blocking on the right side. So anyway, this is the bridge entrance thingy. How do you say thingy? The bridge entrance thingy. This is called the on-ramp, interchange, whatever. So I'm gonna hang left here, and this makes everyone else kind of hang left, as you can see. Someone's coming on the right, so I'm not gonna bite his ass. Sorry, kids. And I'll just stay here. It's getting a little thicker, and this is when I think more psychology tends to come into play, because some people want to get across the bridge quicker than others, and there's only 2 lanes, and there is a speed limit. So the speed limit's pretty slow here. It's 30, I think I said 35. So I'm going to go up to 45 and going to go into cruise control. When I hit 45, I engage my cruise control. And I'll just cruise over the bridge just to kind of stay legal and teach you guys how to kind of stay legal. Cruise control is something that people tend to be reluctant to use, but I think it's very good, especially when you're going long distances out of state. I use it kind of day-to-day driving. As soon as I get enough, room ahead of me, 3, 4, 5 car lengths, I feel comfortable enough to engage the cruise control. I use a little gas if the space is getting too wide. I don't want to hold up traffic. I'm actually cruising at 42. Going downhill is going to naturally pick up speed. So the cruise is set at 42, but I'm going 45 due to gravity, which is fine because we got 35 here, no problem. Now we're going downhill ahead of our cruising speed, so I'll turn cruise control off, and it'll just roll down the hill. Now we got turns coming up, people are slowing down. I'm gonna use a little brake so people know I'm braking. I'm gonna shift to manual. I'm in 5. I go down to 4. This is called manual downshifting, which we cover in the book. So I'm in 4, just, relieve the pressure on my brakes. A little more control through these turns. I'm coming into this turn, I'll drop it into 3, ease off the brake and kind of step through that turn. Out of the turn, I'm going up to 4 and rolling down the hill here. Slowing with brakes. Going into 3rd for the turn to kind of restrict that speed through the middle. Going up to 4th just now, exiting the turn. Stepping into 4th, but not pushing on it, so I'm still getting some pullback. I'm going to go back into drive now, so we don't have any pullback or compression stopping force there. And we'll just roll down here. It's going to stop soon. Making a left. So I'm just rolling. I'm using brake now. I'd say 10-15% brakes, 20. Back down to 10. As it slows, you kind of need less. 10, 5-ish now, and I'm using about 1% brake now. It has a little roll. I'm using 0 brake now, but the car's not moving. I'm gonna gas up a little. We got a little uphill. Motorcycle people. You want to give them some space, so kind of pull to the side if you see one coming up next to you. You don't have to, but you will have to stop if you hit the guy, and that could take time out of your day. If you got time, hey, whatever. I don't tend to have that much time, so I try not to hit things. So, good. Okay, pulling really hard on my turns to kind of overbite, which pulls everyone to that side. I'm gonna free up the right side for when I'm ready to do that. I'll do that now, I guess. Right. And guys are kind of committed to the left. Based on, me pulling hard left in the beginning, you kind of have to make the decision like this guy's doing to come back right. So I do that before every kind of lane change, is to misdirect is the word. I'm going to get back over here. Got a double park guy here. He's rolling, stopping. Okay, so we're going to turn right. Again, I was saying misdirection is the word, is the term we go with in the book, where you kind of hint that you're going one way, not with your indicator, but just with your posture within the lane, positioning within the lane. Guys will, via their blocking reflex, other drivers will shift to your side to try to block you. When that happens, you can then go right. I do that every time I make a lane change. I kind of pull left if I'm going right, I kind of pull right if I'm going left, and this always creates enough space and confusion that guys kind of are not expecting me to fly by them if I have to. I'm gonna shift right here, change lanes here, and stopping regularly. Again, not moving at too much of a high speed or any speed at all, so no need to change gears and things of that nature. If I wanted to kind of jump off the starting line, I'd go manual and make sure I'm down into 1. Sometimes cars can start into 2 in order to kind of make it a smoother start during regular situations or for day-to-day driving. If you want to jump off the line, you want to go down to 1 and it'll kind of punch a little bit more. This is an SUV, it's not very punchy, but the gears still work, you know what I mean? Compression is still compression, and the car will behave accordingly to the gear that it's in. I'm turning left, so again, I'm pulling a bit right, not so much to block the right side, because we don't want to block anyone personally or encroach too much on the lane that people may use. I'm going to actually take the right because it's really backed up, and I may be able to sneak all the way across by just hitting the right lane. Okay, so a guy shifted out. I'm going to shift left now, and we got the turn light. So that's cool enough. You know, I took the available space, and now I'm going to go outside. This is like a bus move to get yourself out of the intersection, to kind of take it extra wide so you're not kind of in the flow of traffic back there. It's an easy place to have fender benders and all type of weird road rage and things can happen when you're kind of backed up in that intersection. So I try to swing out, swing in, whatever. I just try not to be right there if it's this thick, leading onto an expressway, things of that nature. You don't have to do that. It might be illegal, so if you see police, probably don't do that, but I think it's all legal in the intersection. Never seen a guy get a ticket for kind of overtaking a turn or undertaking a turn. You know, it's all about kind of, are you drunk or not? So I'm rolling up the hill. Now I'm using zero brake and it's got a little bit of roll to it. If I want more roll, I will put it in 1. So it'll actually roll a little faster. 2 now, it'll slow down or have less torque on that push up the hill. So those come into play when you're dealing with crawl speed and going very slow in traffic, mainly on highways where there's no particular light, maybe an accident. And you're kind of cruising along at 3 miles an hour for, you know, however long. The first gear and the second gear are very helpful and really give you more control at that speed. So I'll go down to first just to kind of see what happens. And I'll get a good punch up the hill. Second now, if I want to drive manually. Second, and I'll just cruise the second up the hill. Trying to stay in a lower gear because it is a hill, and putting it in drive may put you in like a 3rd or 4th gear, which can consume more gas. It's weird. I just went down to manual 3rd and stepped down 1 gear to kind of close this gap here. If you want to close the gap, I step to manual and step down, stepping back up when I'm done. This is 3rd. It's going to maintain the speed. That's 4th. So I'm in manual now. No gas, just kind of restricting my speed manually. Step it up here with the 4th, up to 5th now. I'll go down back to 4th so I don't kind of overplay the lane change. And then I'll go back to drive to let the car pick up speed naturally and kind of not become a gas issue where you're burning too much gas unnecessarily. Entering the highway, I see 45 up there. I'm engaging kind of maintain my speed. Sometimes when you enter the highway, you can tend to slow down, which is kind of not necessary if you're coming from a full stop or 25-mile-an-hour speed zone. You need to kind of speed up or at least be consistent in your speeding up. Not kind of slowing down in between. You just got on the highway, you know. You never know who's coming behind you. Might be a truck. You don't want to kind of put yourself in that position. Since I'm in traffic, I try to catch up and be at least at the speed limit and start cruising there. Not to get too racy, I'm not going to jump out. I'll just hang out here a bit. And we're going downhill, we're doing 46, there's no pressure, and that's the goal about Perfect Power is we're not in a pressure driving lifestyle. We want to be very stress-free and just commute, you know. We're not going to war, we're not here to shoot someone or crash the car or scratch the car or bump into anything, nothing of that nature. We just want to get to our destination as fast as legally possible without with as minimal kind of headaches as possible. So I'm still cruising at 45, not doing much. This car has lane assist, so let's see if it works. Lane assist? No, maybe not that way. It reads the white line, so maybe if the white lines are smudged, it doesn't see it. But it does a decent job when there's fresh white lines and the road is turning. Maybe too good a job. Sometimes it kind of pulls you towards other vehicles, so you got to be mindful with the lane assist technology that you still power it somewhat or overpower it if you have to. If that makes any sense. So the speed limit goes up to 50. I'm stepping it up to 50, and I'll press down on my cruise control to engage it, or rather you engage it with the cruise button. You set the speed with the down button, which just says set down. And you know, this keeps me actually from racing, speeding, or kind of having too many bad habits. But I just felt the lane assist. Maybe you can see it. Kind of like a fake Tesla vibe, you know, that self-driving vibe. Interesting. I'm gonna go outside here because I got 10 miles to go per hour. I'm at 50. I'm gonna step it up to 60-ish if I can. Turned off cruise control because they're backing up here. Stepping it down to 5, 10% brakes, 4th gear now. Still 10% brakes, and I'm slowing down nicely without jerking around too much. So that's fine. The car went down to 3rd by itself, and yeah, I'm just braking now, kind of keeping it off the hill. I can put it in drive because it's a downhill and there's no need to kind of be in a lower gear unless you want to slow down, which it's not backing up that much. When it backs up, if I want to be closer to the guy, I'm going to put it in first to kind of overplay the compression. You know, the closer you get, the lower gear you want to be in, so you can stop sooner and be perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's braking. I'm going to step it down to 2nd. I used about 5% brake just now. The 2nd really did everything I needed it to do. Stepping it back through to 2nd, through to 3rd, and just kind of whatever. I'm not trying to get too close to him. This is about 10% brake just now to adjust. Still in 3rd gear, so I'm not rolling forward as if I were in drive. And yeah, we can kind of stay at the same speed, which is different than being in drive where the car either speeds up or slows down pretty consistently. It's rarely sitting at the same speed, which is what gear control and cruise control, rather gear selection and cruise control will give you. The ability to kind of stay at the same speed, not speed up or slow down, which I think is useful. It gives you kind of a floating feeling in traffic when things are a little chaotic, because your speed can remain constant, whereas others have to kind of slam brakes or step on the gas really hard and wait for the transmission to kick down into a lower gear, which can take time and put you in a bad position. I'm going to go for the Van Wyck, which is kind of a hard right exit over there, but it's going to be already backed up there, so I'm not going to jump on that side just yet. Now, if you're not good at driving manual or controlling your speed, then certainly get over there and kind of wait your turn as you need to. When you master some of the techniques in perfect power, such as manual gear selection and speed matching, things of that nature, you can make decisions a little later and kind of still not create havoc, but be very tasteful and artistic with it. Again, see, it's backing up really hard there. I don't want to be there because I'm 100% sure that takes time out of my day somehow. I'm not telling we all can't do this. Everyone can't do this, but you know, everyone won't master perfect power. Everyone won't learn perfect power, and you know, everyone's not going to be attempting it at the end of the day. So as you can see, there's a little vacuum here. I'm just compressing down my 3rd, and I'm going for my 2nd right now with about 15% brakes until the 2nd kicks in. Once the 2nd kicks in, I'm getting off of my brakes. I want the right gear that allows me to come off of the brakes. So that's how you kind of know when you're selecting the right gear. Should I go Van Wyck or Grand Central? Let's go Van Wyck. I think, yeah, we're going to Brooklyn via Queens. So we'll go Van Wyck, probably Jackie Robinson, which is always treacherous and fun. Okay, cool. So I'm maintaining this outside lane, stepping through in drive. I'm not doing anything fancy or like messing with the transmission. Now, when you do change gears, sometimes it can burn a little bit more gas. So you got to be careful that you're not overplaying gears past your RPM of about 4,000, 5,000 RPM. then you get into kind of wasting gas. You definitely want to know when to upshift as needed. After you've gotten your car to the position you want to get it in, and you know you've delivered power where you want to deliver it to, then you want to make sure to get back into drive, or at least gear up 4, 5, 6, depending on your speed, to kind of get back into fuel economy mindset. So I tend to fall into these turns. When I say fall, I mean I don't want to be here. I want to be dropping down into it. And I think that's safer. It's called hugging the turn. It's not a new concept. I'm getting on the parkway, so I'm going to engage cruise control. I just stepped it down. We're cruising at 53. I'm going to go up because it's a sign like an interstate, so I'll go a little faster. Not much faster. I'm at 58 now. I'm cruising at 57. So it won't go below 55, 56, 57, you know what I mean? Lane assist is on. It's actively lane assisting. I'm closing in a little bit on these guys, so I'm going to wait a little bit. He's not braking, so I'm not going to brake yet. And I'm not speeding up because I'm in cruise control. Now I got an angle here. I didn't brake or anything. So the thing about cruise control, the people will see you cruising behind them at that speed. They'll try to at least speed up somewhat. Because you're not speeding, they can see that they're not going over 60. They don't want you on their tail per se. So again, motorcycle, you want to give them a wide berth there, so you're not rubbing shoulders and elbows with this guy. That's messy shit. He's not even wearing gear, so big mess. You hit that guy. So you want to give them a wide berth, hang left, hang out of their way, give them that white lines. That's what they like to do. Whatever. Okay, again, so we're coming on. I'm gonna get on Jackie right here. It's again breaking up. We got guys. I'm coming out of cruise by stepping on the brake that disengages cruise control, stepping it down to match this guy's speed. I'm in 4th now. I'm indicating over 4th. I'm going for the 3rd here, and that's going to take away the last bit of speed. I'm not using brakes yet because I don't want to slow down too early until I'm ready to bite down on someone. Okay, so now I went to 1st because I'm biting down now. And just pushed it up ahead, 1st kicked in, and I'm biting on this guy. Cross the white line, don't do that. Oh, but see, this guy's doing it also. But the point I'm trying to make is try to do that before the solid white line comes in. I kind of did it after turn solid, which is a little egregious and disrespectful. We don't want to do that. But again, a very smooth transition over. You haven't cut anyone off. You haven't stopped short on anyone. And it's a clean exchange. No one's mad at you. No one's going to come after you and say, hey, why'd you do that? Normally, like here, it's pretty construction heavy. So I don't want to get too close because I don't know, especially these SUVs, you can rarely see what the heck's going on in front of him. See, now he's rolling out. I'm going to drop into the turn. He's kind of rolling out of it. And that's kind of the difference between whatever. So he's going to pull back in when he sees me, and that'll give me the window to shift out here and jump over now. Not that I need much of a window, but that's the technique per se. When the guys bite on your side, you kind of take the weak side there. Not going to close in more than, you know, 1 car length on anyone. The Jackie's pretty treacherous. But people are usually just scared. It's not always just traffic. Whatever. This is a hard, like an elbow kind of turn. Got to hug on it. You have to hug it. Bite down. You know, whatever. 10 to 12. I drive down here. I try to keep my arm sturdy so that when the car shakes, then the steering doesn't shake. If your arm is not braced on either your armrests, whatever arm you're steering with, if it's not holding on or braced on something, the movements in the car when the car bounces are going to translate into your steering, and that can you know, help you lose control of your vehicle, depending on, especially if it's raining or inclement weather. You know, those little movements are going to create a lot of shaking and a lot of instability in the suspension of the vehicle. So you want to keep the car, well, the steering as stabilized as possible. Kind of like how GoPro does with the cameras, where they have stabilization, kind of holding it through bounces. You want to have that on your steering wheel. Not so much of, you know, a kind of hysterical gait there when you're driving. So, we got a black Ford thingy up there. It looks like a police officer. Now, there's a lot been going on with bail reform and defunding the police, and I think they're doing less work. I don't know, they're doing less policing. Not work, I don't know what they're doing. Doing less overall policing, and less detective, meaning like the unmarked guys might fuck with your ass. Oh, sorry kids. The unmarked guys might pull you over less, do you know what I'm saying? But always know that model of the car, the Ford Fusion? Yeah, popular cop car. They tend to have this little square circular antenna on the back. That's kind of a dead giveaway. Sometimes the taxis use it. You can tell if it's a TLC license plate. Hey, it's not a cop. When you get a little closer, I'm definitely not gonna like break the speed limit to get closer, but I'm gonna cruise towards him at 55, which is 10 over, and that should get me closer, but not kind of racing by. Lane assist, I think, is active. See, look, cute lane assist, huh? Anyway, I don't trust that, but it's cute. He's picking up speed too, so I can't really get to him at 55. I'm not gonna like race up there. I think it's a cop, pretty sure. So you just want to be very neat when you see those guys. You don't want to get too crazy. Let someone else get their attention. If they're gonna pull someone over, not you. A good friend of mine used to say, better them than me. So whoever gets pulled, just make sure it's not you. And you'll drive as calm and cautious as need be when these guys are either in front of you or behind you. If you can see them, or in front or in your rear view, then you need to be cautious about your driving style there. I'm closing in on him now, and it looks like it's not a TLC car. TLC cars usually, well, a taxi. Usually start with T. It starts with an N. He just kind of crossed this thing on the guy. We'll see. I don't know, weird. It looks some type of official vehicle though. Probably not a cop that's going to do anything to you though. Yeah, but so as you can see, I just took it easy, kind of cruised through there. Lane assist does a lot of the work on these newer cars, so. And again, I'm giving a wide berth here. I got about 6 car lengths in front of me. You don't want to stress yourself out by driving 2 inches from the car in front of you. That doesn't stress the other person out, it stresses you out. You're the one that's going to be at fault when that guy slams on his brakes. So don't stress yourself out, give guys some room, let people cut in front of you. It's totally okay to let that happen and not feel offended. The best thing to do if you are feeling angry is to just slow down, let the guy go ahead, and continue on with your day. No sense getting arrested or damaging your vehicle or even raising your blood pressure over people you don't know. So that's in my book also, in the road rage section. Again, guys, stop in on Amazon, pick up the book, download it. It does have a read for free option. Hey, listen, we need those sales. It's Corona times. Times are hard. We need those book sales, guys. Please show some support on Amazon.com. The 48 Laws of Driving, the Perfect Power System. Great as a gift, great for you to kind of read and kind of digest. I was going to get off there, but decided not to. I've been getting a lot of red light tickets when I go that way, or speeding camera tickets, so whatever. Let's avoid that way. Now we're pulling up here, so I'll go down to 2. I just did a quick 3-step down, so I'm in second. Now I'm going to first for the final stop, and I'm stopped. Getting a good look at our guys. Okay, so it's a taxi from Nassau County. So, really good job of looking like a cop. But, the license plate's always give it away. So, good for him. Anyway, moving right along. Put a stoplight, you know, whatever. Just waiting around. This light's pretty long, actually. 3 streets lead here. I'm gonna play some music in the background so you're not listening to dead air while I wait. Royalty-free music. Yeah, you know what I mean? So again, I'm pulling a little kind of right. So guys are a bit confused. There's 2 lanes here, even though the paint's gone. Stop there. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, you know what, guys? I think that's gonna do it. That was the first episode of Perfect Power System. Fake cop was like doing too much just now at the dining, so I just hit second there to kind of stop my momentum before I hit that guy. So, you know, it's a thing you can do. I'm under 35. I'm in second right now, so I'm pulling left so this guy makes a decision. He's going right, which is good. I stepped on the second, back down to second right now, and stepping through second, get to the light. This is first gear. A lot of stopping power, kind of very glitchy gear, you know what I mean? But it really controls your speed. Kind of after you catch the light, you want to kill that speed as soon as possible. I stepped down, so I put it in second and step through. I do that so, you know, if you just slam on the brakes, it takes about 3 seconds for the transmission to kick down. I'm not sure what's going on here. Come on, sis. I mean, they're not from New York, so whatever. I didn't jump over them just now because they didn't look disabled, and you know, it's a new car. I don't want to put the car on the wrong side of traffic unnecessarily. Okay, she looks a little mental, so we'll just step it over. Second, that was up to third. This is third. I'm taking third to 35, and I'm coming off of it, so it kind of suspends my speed increase there. Put it back in drive to get the normal kind of driving experience. I'm rolling through here, the little 20% brakes, 30%, and that was 5-0. I'm on rolling by here kind of freely. Cool, stoplight, and all is well with the world. But that was pretty good. You got kind of a chance to see how the gears work kind of in more congested situations. Let's keep rolling. Maybe we'll get something good. I don't want you guys to know where I live, so I'm gonna stop pretty soon. But I guess we can go about another mile or so. Hope you guys are having fun. I hope you guys are eating well, gaining some weight in quarantine. Just kidding. Get those workouts in, start exercising. School will be open in September, they say. You don't want to be totally let go, you know what I mean? I think I know this guy next to me. Little horn there, wake some people up. So, I'm just in drive. I'm using a little brakes here. I mean, regular shit, nothing crazy. Pardon me, kids. Don't say the S word, or the F word, or the A word. just a bit down there. I didn't use my indicator, but I should have. I'm gonna use this indicator, go back over 34. So I'm stepping into third gear. That's just gonna kind of trap me in the 30s there, low 30s. Brakes on this guy. I'm gonna bite down on him. I had to fake him, so he kind of, when you bite a little bit with them, they take their turn a little more aggressively, and that will get them out of the way faster than them kind of lumbering into the other lane, which causes you to kind of encroach more on another lane. I tend to force the other guy out of the way rather than encroach on someone that has nothing to do with the issue. Pretty congested little block. I don't know why they don't do something about it, but whatever. They could tear the whole block down and make it like a bigger freeway. I think it'd be worth the money, but I guess no one's paying for that. I'm just cruising up. I am in first. I don't really need to be, but I am. I'm not planning on doing anything, so I'll put it in drive. The thing about not staying in manual is sometimes you forget that you're in manual. Maybe if you got the radio playing, you won't realize that you're in second gear and you're about to blow your engine. So, you know, it's very important to, if you are using the perfect power system, be mindful that you're shifting out of manual when you want to, when you don't want to pay attention anymore. When you're driving in manual, you really have to pay attention to your speed, the gear you're in, and kind of take care of the engine. You don't want to get it over 5,000, 6,000 RPM, redlining. Then you'll be in danger of overheating. Not all the time, it's not going to happen every time, but by repeatedly doing it, you'll burn out your coolant faster and your oil in the engine faster. Not repeatedly, but doing it improperly. Whereas you're revving it up to 6,000 in second gear, wondering why you can't get to 60 miles an hour, you're going to blow your engine. Do you know what I'm saying? So, very mindful is to, and you'll know because you'll catch yourself like, oh, I left the car in second. No wonder I can't speed up. So you just don't want to do that repeatedly too much, because then you're starting to burn out the engine. Can this guy go? Cops here. We got some coppers in a ATV, all-terrain kind of thing here. I think I'm gonna go right. I guess I want to go straight. I'm gonna turn in there now. But I always try to push up as much as possible. I mean, everyone can't push up. Someone's got to sit in line. But you know, if it's gonna save me 2 minutes, I tend to push up. To each his own. What's this? I start calling girls sis now. Is that cool or not? I mean, there's 2 lanes. The girls acting like, you know what I mean? Okay, making a right here, indicating, splashing through. And we're getting close to my house, so I'm gonna wrap. Again, thanks guys for tuning in. Pick up the book on Amazon, The 48 Laws of Driving, The Perfect Power System. Okay, subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the bell so you know when I'm uploading. Go over to Instagram, Earl Swift Driving God. YouTube, Earl Swift Driving God. Okay, go over there, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube. Much love guys. I'm gonna work on my editing skills and stuff and try to bring you some high quality content, and hopefully we can enjoy this ride that we're about to go on together. Drive safe, take care, talk to you soon.